as unaccustomed as I am to speaking in church, I will. I will. I had this group of biblical verses on file for a long time. It was compiled by the Milwaukee Journal's humor columnist. His name was Gerald Kloss. I had it on a long time for my thing, and I always thought I would do something with it. So I just finally got around to doing it. This is kind of, I think of this as kind of like an illuminated manuscript, because you have a baseball picture allied with every verse here. So I'm going to try to. Okay, so this is the start of this here. There we go. Okay, this is the first thing. Let the young men now arise and play before us. Okay.
What's going on with that yellow stuff?
I don't know. Yeah. Okay. That's
not an actual part, but it's on something on the Zoom.
Yeah. Okay.
Somebody drugging their mouse.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, okay. Play, and this is attributed to 2 Samuel 2:14. Play skillfully with a loud noise, attributed to Psalms 33:3. Yeah. Gee, all three of those guys have passed away now. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's got to be the 73 World Series. Around the time of 73.
Yeah. And they pitched one over against the other from 1 Kings 20:29. There they are. This would be a great matchup of pitchers, I'll tell you. This could Matheson and Walter Johnson. I don't know if there's two pitchers that have the more wins in a contest.
Xander has 400 something. But Matheson is third.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty close. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So what's next here? There were certain of the scribes sitting there and reasoning in their hearts, from the New Testament, Mark 2:6. There they are. Okay. 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 Some of these are really obvious. Some of these are really obvious, and some are really kind of a reach, a real stretch there. What? That's Ryan Divish. Okay. That's Pacific Northwest SABR member Ryan Divish. Okay. Okay. And one man among them was clothed in linen, with the writer's inkhorn behind him. That's from Ezekiel. Okay. And there he is. Okay. And there's two great scribes there, by the way, if you'll know, Bob Costas and Bob Euchre. Okay. Okay, so and behold, the man clothed in linen, which had the inkhorn by his side, reported the matter. There's the other one. Okay, Scully. Okay. Okay. Now the pictures. Thou hast a mighty arm, strong is thy hand, and high is thy right hand. Over the top. Okay. Okay. Palmer. Yeah. Okay. Thou hast scattered thine enemies with a strong arm. From Psalms. Anyone? Any guesses? Okay. Okay. He striketh them as wicked men in the open sight of others. From Job. Okay. 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 We all remember this. Yeah. What? That's. Yeah. I think they reported that Veritek told A-Rod, get your ass down to first base. Okay. 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 So where we are. Okay. with a strong hand shall he drive. The Old Testament is by far the best to find these here as opposed to the New Testament. But with a strong hand shall he drive them out of his land. Pedro. Okay. I think I can probably just do without this. Okay. Now for the batters. Now this is so obvious, like what? This is, see if you can guess what the next slide is. Aaron stretched out his hand with his rod and smote the dust of the earth. And there he is. Okay. Now I like this. I like this. This is the 1957 World Series in Milwaukee. So yeah, no, it's actually in New York.
No, they're looking at Harry Farms. Aaron's wearing white.
Yeah, okay. So it's, first of all, it's all mostly men sitting back here in October. They all have, none of them have even loosened their ties. Okay, they're all sitting, some, only the real avant-garde guys have taken off their suit coats because the rest of them were sitting there. A lot of them with hats. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, Well, you'll have to wait to see to find out. Okay. This is not the only obvious one here. The rod of correct shall drive it far from him. Proverbs 22:15. One of the most famous bat flips of all time. Yeah. Behold, I will send swarms of flies upon thee. Okay. So this is Stan Musial's big day in July of 1949. Okay. This is the only time Musial hit for the cycle in his whole career. Okay. You will see, yeah, you could see he led off with the triple right away. He got that in the first inning. Okay, so that he came up again in the second inning and made an out. He flied out there, but he was a swarm of flies. Okay, he came up again in the third. They won the game like 15-1 or something. They drove the rookie pitcher. Newcomb, yeah. They drove the rookie pitcher Don Newcomb out with 2 outs in the first. Carl Erskine came in and pitched like 7 innings after that. Newcomb won the Rookie of the Year award that year, though. Anyway, I was 3 weeks old when this game happened. I slept through the whole thing. Okay. So he homered in the 5th again there, and he singled in the 3rd. So 3 innings, 3 plate appearances. He homered again in the 5th, and he cracked off the double in the 7th. He walked in the 9th. Okay. So I don't know how many total bases, but yeah. Yeah. And now today he probably wouldn't have batted again, unless he was going for the cycle. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, thou shalt fall upon the open field. Oh, I'm sorry, Rick. Yeah. Joe D.
Is that the Tualatin catch, or
What?
do you know which World Series that is?
No, I don't.
They'll get all the white shirts and all the
Yeah.
ties and everything.
Yeah, everybody's.
I bet people said you could just walk up the day of the game and get tickets to these.
I'm sure you could, and they probably cost you $7.50 or something like that. Yeah, 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 okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh, I- so, this is kind of like, behold, thou art fair, Song of Songs. Oh, yeah, he was beautiful when he played. He was beautiful. Okay. Yes, yes, yeah. I was at the I was at the SABR conference a couple years ago. I was sitting next to Phil Mancuso, you see? Yeah, and we introduced ourselves. We didn't know each other, and I told him that I worked with girls and did this, and he started telling me about how he went to uh, juvenile detention and worked with kids and stuff like that. And he said, I met Rachel Robinson right away there.
There was a presentation from a local chapter this week about her. I can't remember which chapter. I think it was Elijah Field. The New York chapter did a presentation on her.
Yeah.
On her life before Jackie.
Yeah. Okay.
So there's a lot of stuff out there about her too.
Okay. So anyway, next for the arguments. Okay. When he speaketh fair, believe him not, for there are 7 abominations in his heart. Okay. What? No, no. Well, I don't know if it is or not. I found it online. Yeah. No, I thought of it there, but when I saw this, I knew it was the right one. Yeah. Okay. Having eyes, see ye not, and having ears, hear ye not. Okay.
That's Zim, isn't it?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Mel Stottlemyre in the middle.
Stottlemyre, and that's Willie Randolph. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know who the umpire is. Yeah. I can't read the other one. That's why that's the problem. Yeah. Okay. So ejection from the game. Okay. Wherefore kick thee at my sacrifice and at mine offering, which I have commended in my habitation. Okay. Samuel 2:29. Okay. This is Carlos Gomez. Okay. And I could have found like 3 or 4 Carlos Gomez things going on, arguments and stuff like that. And this is Marcus Hanel. He was the longtime bullpen catcher for the Brewers. And you can see he's a large man. Okay. Okay. And this was you can see the score, top of the first, Milwaukee's already homered. Carlos Gomez did, playing Atlanta, but he's also in a fight, and he's getting kicked out of the game. He had argued with the Braves the previous day, and they were barking at each other before the game there and arguing out there. And Marcus Hanel was on a Zoom call with the Milwaukee chapter. So I asked him about this, and he said, yeah, I knew this was he was a really widely respected guy in Brewer life. He said, yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. They told me to kind of be alert for something like that. Carlos Gomez was barking at the Braves before the game. They were out in the outfield there and stuff like that. So he kind of made himself available to do that.
The devil captured him.
What?
The devil captured him.
Yeah. Yeah. So the name of this slide is Carlos Gomez Crazy Face. So okay. All right.
What you say about my mother?
Yeah. Okay. So where does that take us? Okay. Bind him hand and foot, and take him away, and cast him into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Bartman, yeah. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. What a tragedy. Many are called, but few are chosen. Now, this is the all-time 19th century team. You know, there was, yeah, 20th century team there. So this was like when we was talking about when the end of the century was. These are the guys, the living guys that were elected to that all-time team at that time. And you look at, half of them have passed away in the last 25 years. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. What is it?
Yeah, what position did he play?
Who? I'm sorry, I didn't understand what you said. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. He plays. He's played second base. He was at second base. Okay. Okay. Yeah, everyone is. But yeah, pretty good team.
What's the name of our shortstop?
And you know, I mean, at this point, Yogi Berra and Warren Spahn were World War II veterans. You know, right. Mhm. And juniors, you're still a young guy there. But, what is it? Yeah. Uh-huh. He wasn't on this team, but yeah. Bob Gibson and Warren Spahn and Nolan Ryan and Sandy Koufax were all elected to that. Pretty good team. Yeah. Pretty good pitcher. They were good. I guess they were good, I guess. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Well, you know, that's for us to decide, but inexplicably, so anyway, many are called, few are chosen. Okay. Okay. Get you early on your way, that thou mayest go home. Now, if you know the meta thing of this, okay, one of the most famous.
Stealing second base. That's Dave Roberts.
Right. Get thou early on your try. He left on the first pitch. Okay. And evidently he asked, what should I do? And guy said, touch home base. Okay. Yeah. He left against Rivera on the first pitch.
It's a great angle, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it is. Looks like a single digit there. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Take a look. Yeah. Our backslidings are many. Here's the newest Hall of Famer. Okay.
CLPI, that's how long ago it was.
Yeah.
I think it was before 2009.
Yeah, you know this. Yes, you know this is gonna, what picture this is gonna be. He was a thief and had the bag. Okay. Okay. So obviously, I couldn't, you know, what more could you say? It's so obvious there. It didn't take much imagination. Hopefully that. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. You know, Mark and Bob and I were at the Old Timers Banquet here in Portland a couple weeks, well, about some week in January. And Tom Trebelhorn was one of the speakers. He always talks there. And he's told the same story a lot about Ricky Henderson. But when he started to talk there, he was choking up and he had a hard time speaking. He and Henderson were friends and close there. And it was right after Henderson died. And he was really emotional about telling him about that. That's right. He took a class in public speaking, I guess, yeah. And everyone thought he'd speak in the third person, but he didn't. He didn't, yeah.
Born the same day as my wife, exact same day.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Christmas, right?
No,
Oh,
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
December
Yeah.
25th, 1950.
Yeah, off by,
Yeah.
off by 6 days. I don't know,
yeah,
6 days.
okay, yeah,
In the athletic, every single one of them was just love, 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 love. Everybody loved it.
yeah, well, Trebelhorn was choking up, you know, about, yeah, mm-hmm, yeah. Okay, so what are we next here? Hold me up and I shall be safe, and I will have respect unto my statutes continually. Two Hall of Famers, uh, uh, embrace. Okay, where am I here? The righteous run into it, and it is safe. Right here in Portland. Right here in Portland, Rodney McCrae. Okay. Sometimes I see something on TV that's like, oh, the greatest bloopers, the greatest things like that. It's all major league, and then there's one thing from AAA Portland. You know, it's like, oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, I know. Yeah. I mean, I remember. I wasn't there, but on the news that night in Portland here, the sports guy said, "There's something, you gotta see this. The greatest thing that ever." Mm-hmm. Thou shalt not steal. That's the one I said. Okay. 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 Yeah, it probably could get stuck, you know, with Nolan Ryan fastball could get stuck in there. Yeah, you bet. Yeah. Okay, what hast thou done that thou hast stolen away unawares to me? You know what this is?
Oh, that's the no hitter.
Oh, yeah, that was a perfect game.
Yeah. Yeah, that's Jim Joyce.
Perfect game.
That's Jim Joyce. Yeah. Yeah. He knew that he blew it, you know, but yeah, that was tough. Okay, pitch hitters. Provide me now a man that can play well, and bring him to me. Okay.
Ralph Terry, he's 60 World Series.
Mhm.
The home run.
Yeah. Casey and
Oh, no,
Yogi.
it's in the Yankee Stadium.
Yeah.
What was that quote?
The quote is, "Provide me now a man that can play well, and bring him to me." And he smoked thrice and stayed. Well, Eddie Goodell. When I used to teach crisis intervention, I used to have a quote from Johnny Sain that I pulled out, and Johnny Sain said, "The most important thing for a pitcher to learn is how to deal with tension and how to deal with nervousness." He said, for most people, they get into an accident and they forget how to start the car, and they get freeze and they don't know what to do. That kind of tension taps more time in a major league game than any, which is not true. You know, I'm dealing with youth workers who are dealing with violence and stuff like that, including myself. So, but anyway, I used to have a quote from Johnny Sain. That was usually someone who would say, "Spawn and Sain, pray for him." Okay. He also made bases. Yeah, this is kind of like applied there, but there's Robin. Okay, this is Stadium's under construction. Robin had his hand on a wet railing there, showing the things there. So, yeah.
Still playing?
What? No. He had some input into the way that in the design of the outfield and stuff like that. But yeah, but he was gone as a player. Sing, O heavens, and be joyful, O earth, and break forth into singing, O mountains. Cub fans.
Right down with that century.
Yeah, okay. And here we are, the plea for expansion. A couple of people asked me, what about the Diamond Project? And, a year ago, we had Craig Cheek talking to us about the Diamond Project here in Portland. And I tried to get somebody to come to this meeting and do that, ask a lot of people and stuff like that. It never happened. And I thought, well, that shows you how much influence I have. It shows you what a big deal I am when I asked for that. And then but it turns out that nobody else knew anything either. I sit in on the Scouts phone meeting. And nobody else knew anything either about that at all. And some pretty big wheels sit in on that Scouts meeting. And then I just got a message last week said we can have a phone meeting again on Monday. So I can't tell you anything about it, but I hope to know more about what. Well, yeah, it depends on what just because I say that doesn't mean I'm going to learn a lot of stuff either, Yeah, there's something about that. Yeah, there's something about that. So Craig Cheek when the Scouts meet on a phone conference, just like 1970, they all call in there. It's not Zoom or anything else, they all call in. And I call in, I lurk in there. I don't talk, but I lurk, yeah. And so if Craig Cheek talked to us in November, and we were riveted, even the Scouts were riveted about all the stuff that was happening, a lot of concrete information about the expansion, new team coming in, ballpark, all that stuff. Everyone was excited about it. And then we haven't heard anything else since then. I think there are some complications going on and stuff like that. Inexplicably, I am not included in all these conversations. Yeah, Pat Gillick is on that. Joe Madden is on that. Some other people are on that. So, okay. Me and Pat Gillick, we like to shoot the shit, with each other, Okay, where are we here? Okay, plea for expansion. Yet the defense cities shall be desolate, and the habitat forsaken and left like a wilderness. There shall be a calf feed, and there shall he lie down and consume the branches thereof. You got it. Yeah. Yeah, that's a shame.
Not from the ways.
That's a
You can get a report from Tip.
That's a shame. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. This is the last one. Therefore, make ye a league with us. Ballpark on the Willamette.